It's Sunday already? Holy whiskers! Welcome to a Fifth of Jack Gaming, where today it's Sunday. So guess what? That means Single Sunday. So that means we're going to end up breaking down the single issues that we ended up picking up. What stuff's going to be on the poll, what stuff's not going to be on the poll. Well, we'll save that for next week. But we'll break down what was the singles that we ended up picking up and how we ended up breaking them. So this week I ended up having 4 singles I ended up picking up. But the best part about this entire week is that I had no back issues that I had to catch up with. So this is going to be all caught back up. We had one that was for sure on our poll, and then the other ones are going to be flyers that we ended up taking a chance that may end up making it onto our poll or may not. Well, we have to find out. So without further ado, let's give you the list. Coming in at number 4 is going to be Rogue Savage Land. First off, I love the art on this. I love how it has the old school feel that comes along with that, where it has that little banner right over here. I love the connection of that. I love how it has the mutant authority. I don't know if it's going to pick it up. And obviously, this is just 90s goodness. And that's what you end up getting out of this book. It's a solid story that you end up having. It has 5 different rules that they end up breaking down, which obviously I found it hilarious because one of the rules is the Savage Land tears up your costume. And that was like just perfect that came along with that. It's a nice build-up that comes over with it. It's a nice solid issue. And if you don't know, this is the first issue of this. So if you're going to be jumping on, this would be the point to jump on with it. Some good old 90s goodness. Coming in at number 3 is going to be Laura Kinney, Wolverine. That's right. We ended up having a little bit of Wolverine action in this week that we ended up having. Has Elektra as Daredevil, and it does have some action. It has some good story. This is issue number 2, so it's another one that's a possible pickup. I'm going to slide it back for another week or another issue before we end up deciding to actually pick it up because it's a pretty fun book that I ended up having. To be completely honest, all these books were pretty fun. Coming in at number 2 is The New Gods, issue number 2. This book, I definitely believe it's going to end up getting added to the poll. I have seen enough where I'm interested in it, and it keeps on going along with it. It has a Family Matters. That's why it kind of popped over most of the other books that we ended up having, because I love that connection with the family where Mr. Miracle thought he ended up having to leave his family, but there's a nice little shocker that comes over with it. So, if that interests you, that's something that you end up picking up. New Mutant, number 2. And that was also issue 2. Big build up to it. The number 1 issue is something that just came out this week, so it's the first issue that came over with it. It has a little bit of clawful action, and it has a little bit of a meteor action as well in the book. But it was an ultimate experience that we ended up having with this book. Has the writer Conan and Campaccio on art. Ultimate Wolverine, number 1. You ended up getting a little bit of a spoiler that was in, I believe, year 1 of Ultimates. And that was honestly pretty good. And this ended up going over with it. And it's Wolverine. But there's a twist to it. Spoiler in 3, 2, 1. Wolverine is also the Winter Soldier. Oh man. There's also more twists that's inside this. So, if you're definitely interested into it, this is something to be picking up. So what books did you read this week? Let us know down in the comments down below. And as you can see, our top 4 is a pretty solid banger all the way around. For number 4, we have Rogue Savage Land. Number 3 is Laura Kinney, Wolverine. Number 2 is going to be The New Gods. Definitely something that is going to be added to our poll. And coming in at number 1, Ultimate Wolverine. It was an automatic add-in on our poll because it was a Wolverine and it definitely had some good action. And the teaser that was in that year 1 review of Ultimates that ended up just having enough just to make us automatically go with it. It's a solid end up pickup, and the solids start to be able to go off with that. So, if you happen to be in the Manistee area, go visit River Sanctuary, where you can end up picking up your singles. They have a little bit back issues. We have a little bit of a deal with our little LGS, so that's where we end up having a little. Honestly, if you have an opportunity to do that with your shop, go visit your local comic book shop, and maybe you can end up building a good rapport, get a nice old hens that comes over for stuff to add to your poll, stuff to try, and stuff like that. That's something you can't end up getting online, but you get the nice little personal experience from your local comic book shop. Thank you for watching. Oh, if you're liking the content we're putting out, like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon to be notified whenever we come out with new content. Thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see you later.